Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again. So it's been a minute. It's been a little bit. I've been busy. I've been busy. Michigan here, summertime. You are outside. I mean, winter lasts way too long. Summer's way too short. So you got to take advantage of it when you can. I acquired a few cars from a guy's estate, so to speak. Some box bodies. So I'm starting a new YouTube channel regarding just automotive only. So I won't be posting any more automotive on this channel. This will be strictly model building and all that kind of fun stuff. So there'll be more details coming up on that new channel. Hopefully at the end of the week that'll be starting to post. And we'll give you more details as that comes up. If you guys are interested in checking that out, I appreciate it. Other than that, this is the group build from Woody's Scale Garage, as I mentioned. And I want to thank you for putting that on, Dave. So that was awesome of you. So this was due, let's see, I think it was due July 4th on Independence Day, 2025. So I'm proud of myself. I got it done early. So unbelievable. I can't believe I did that. So I went with the song Wild Wild Mustang by Dick Dale and his Deltones. I like that song. It's such a cool song. It's those old 60 car songs, it lasts like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. It's like, oh, it's over already. But it's a cool song if you never heard about it. I play a little bit at the end of the video. It's a cool song. I like it. You just have to check it out. Go to the end of the video and check that out. I play it while we're showing the car off. So it's pretty cool. So other than that, guys, did a beginning and end build on this in this video. So I just kind of show you some of the things we did along the way to finish this up. And other than that, there's a final at the end, a final review, as you've probably seen in the thumbnail. So let's go to the bench and let's check out the progress in this and show you what we did to put this little pony together from Fomoco. And we'll go from there. So yeah, let's go benchside, check it out. All right, guys, revisiting an old project that I started a while ago. This is for Woody's group build. This is due 7/4/25, so I wrote that on there just so I knew I would try to keep on track with it. So I figured, you know what, let's get it done and get going on it. And it's almost done. Well, it's not almost done. I'm just telling you that. I'm telling myself that to make myself feel better. It is clear coated. So we got our glass. So like I say, a lot of this stuff was already painted like a while back. So I even did the black wash on the valve covers. Rims are pretty much done. We got the grill work almost done. So this exhaust is not done. Let's see here. We got this guy going. Pretty basic, so I need to do some green touch up on here. We got this done. Oh, we got the interior about done. Look at that. I mean, see, it's been so long, I don't really remember how far I got on it. That turned out nice. What do we got in here? We got a dash out of a Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. Good stuff. We got some tires. Pad printed. Man, love pad printed tires, guys. We got some non-essentials here. More interior parts. We got a nose piece. Looks like we had to do a work on that. Maybe that's why it's not done. Okay. So that means we got to repaint. So I'm going to go through and dig through the box here, and hopefully there's one of those. I hope the other one's in there. All right, well, we got a bunch of other goodies in here. So I'll dig out some of this other stuff and kind of run with that. So, yeah. All right. I guess I'll get started from there. All right, guys, so we get this Mustang front nose painted up here. So we got our cool green. And we got some black going, so I'm trying to be careful. So the center of this is painted with the ever so popular Mr. Finisher 1500 Surfacer Primer. We did that by brush, and before we did any of that, I took our Molotow marker, our chrome marker here, and just did by hand and just did a nice steady eddy along the way. And then also by hand, we painted the buckets. Those are done in Tamiya LP5, this semi-gloss lacquer. So I
got this one done. Obviously, I'm going to show you how I did this one. Like I say, we did the chrome first, and then we kind of went around it. So we've been real careful, kid glove careful. I don't know why I painted these, because I'm holding on to it. And you know how Molotow is, it wipes off in your hands and all that fun stuff. So we're going to have to go back and redo that. But I wanted to give a different contrast between the bucket and here. And yeah, the car doesn't really have, you know, black buckets, but I like the 69, I think it is, like the Boss model where they have that black in there. I think that's really sharp, and I tried multiple times taping this, and I just couldn't get a good, you know, where I liked it. So I was going to use liquid mask, but I don't have I got the Microsol liquid mask, and I don't like that stuff. I need to get some of the other stuff that I see you guys are using out there. So once again, we're going to use some LP5, and we're going to use a fancy brush here. So I have a couple Q-tips sitting in thinner. This is just the Rapid Mr. Hobby thinner, and we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so let's get started. So we're just going to take this, and this brush seems to work pretty good for me. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. I'm putting this on kind of heavy. I don't want it to be, oh my gosh, heavy, but just enough to where it means business. So I was just kind of starting here, and I did this side last, just because it seemed like a little more, just the way it went. So I just basically took this and went all the way to the edge. I put it on kind of heavy because I don't want to see any strokes or paint marks in it. You can see it a little over on the top. That's okay, we're going to take care of that in a minute. So we're going to go all the way around that bucket. Try not to get too sloppy on the outside of it, but you know what's going to happen. Make sure we're filled in nice, no discoloration. Something like that. We'll go to this edge up here. Okay. That's looking pretty nice. So we're going to go down here just to this edge. And that point, this is where these Q-tips are going to come in. So I take this, there's too much on there, it's saturated, so I just take and roll it on my finger. And just a nice light wipe around the edge, just kind of hold it on an angle. And just wipe it up. Gives you a nice crisp look. Pretty slick, huh? Okay. So now we're just going to stick that back in there, the other side. And then we're going to do the bottom here. The bottom was a little more tricky. You can still use the Q-tip in there. I just got to be a little more agile with it. And being this is lacquer, you want to keep going with it. You don't want to stop and go have a sandwich or something. You know, you want to keep it, because it will give you that weird look like you stopped and started. So I don't want to go too heavy on the edge, but just enough to let it know I'm there. So we're going to go in it just a little. We're going to come back and clean that up in a second. Now the top here, I just kind of went around ever so nice, just to stay away from there, but I just went right up to the chrome. And I'm probably going to come back and re-chrome that once that's somewhat dry. So now we got that done. We're going to take this once again, just give it a little wipe here. And we're going to do this on the bottom, just real quick cross here. I hope I pushed it in a little harder. And we goofed it. It's alright, we'll just make sure that's off there. You don't want to wipe that too much because obviously you're against the paint. So if you do wipe it more than you need to, let it set for a minute. That way you're not softening the paint up underneath of it. Oh, now I'm just going sloppy heavy with it. Look at that. Wow. That's right. We'll wipe around. Okay, so while that's still somewhat wet, it should be easy to wipe. And just once again, you're going to want to use a pointed Q-tip for this. Something like that. I got a lot on that one end. We'll let that suck that up for a second. Something like that. We're going to leave that for a minute. We got a little bit right here on the edge. That looks pretty good. There we have it. One cool looking bucket. A little bit right there, but yeah, I don't want to keep wiping it with thinner just because I don't want to take the green paint off, because that'd be a bad deal. Be a bad day. So I'm going to take just a little bit of a toothpick, little toothpick action, soak the tip of it just a little bit. That should peel that off there pretty good. Yeah, we're going to let that set for a minute. So once that dries out, we're going to go back through and just touch up that monotone marker right here. There's a spot right here that kind of overlapped. And then I think we're going to be looking pretty good. So that's how we're doing the buckets. I'm going to retouch these lights up. Like I said, I was kind of holding on to it. So I think the grill turned out pretty cool. So then that we got the bodies obviously polished up. I still got a little stuff to get out of here. So if you guys are polishing these and you get polish inside and you can't get it out of there, just take a little more polish, concentrate in here and take a nice towel that's really fuzzy and pull that out of there while it's still somewhat wet, and that'll remove that. Got these guys in. So these are going to be black. I'm doing these in semi-gloss black. I think that look pretty sharp. That's the reason I did the front like that, just to kind of match the sides along with the decal. I think that looked pretty cool. So just give that kind of a quick test run. It's different looking. I think it looks pretty sharp. Once we get the headlights in there and that chrome grille, I think that'll really pop. I'm hoping so anyways, because we're already done with it. So that's how that is going to go. So what we're going to do is get this taped off. I'm thinking about spraying it, but man, it's just, I want to keep this fender line in here. This line right here. So I might tape it and spray it. But then I'm going to have to tape the whole car. So I may do, and I not usually do this, I might just brush it. It's not something I normally do. But like I say, it's a lot of taping just to go through and spray that off. Okay guys, I'll get this cleaned up a little bit and we'll bring you back on some more assembly. Okay guys, so that is the completion of the chassis interior. It's looking pretty good. I don't know why I put the trunk piece in there, because I glued the trunk on solid, so not a big deal. So I think the door panels turned out pretty cool. So other than that, get the rest of it put together. So I have to do some bare metal foil on there yet. So that's where we're at with that. We did the tinted window in the back. That turned out nice. So I got to foil the front and get the windshield in, and then we're able to meet the pieces together. So I have everything else sitting over here ready to go. So we have the front end, the bumper, hood. Everything's ready. Ready for installation. So we're just waiting to get the rest of it together. Okay guys, we just got a few things to mount on. Got our rims all ready to go. And we just got to get those mounted onto there. So chassis is ready to rumble. And I think we're good. So we're going to set this together. And we'll bring you back for a final. And show this Mustang 67 how she turned out.
Yeah, so we got our little Mustang finished up. I think she turned out pretty cool. This is finalized for the group build, for the rock and roll group build that Dave put on from Woody's Scale Model Garage. So Dave, really appreciate putting the group build on. It was awesome. Really enjoyed this car. It turned out pretty good. Just, typical couple little boo-boos in there, but I like it. It turned out nice. And it was nice. I had this painted a long time ago, so it was easy to work with, just because I pretty much had everything painted along the way and just was slowly assembling it as I went along. So it worked out really good. So this car is painted with MCW's Miss Green Metallic Gloss Enamel, and that's item number 6859E. And that was sprayed with the Gallery Swallowtail airbrush. So that airbrush laid that down really nice. And then we got the MCW clear coat on it with the Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. That was also sprayed with the Swallowtail by Gallery. So that laid down really, really nice. So we give it a little bit of a wet sand and just a little bit of polish. It didn't really require much. So we didn't really do the whole car, just enough to a couple of spots where it had some rough areas. Other than that, we give some little bit of tint on the back window. So we'll pick this up here. That is the Tamiya Smoke. So it's just transparent enough you can see the seats in there. So it turned out really well. And take a quick look underneath the car. So just basic build down here. Nothing too crazy. So we got our shocks done in the blue, and yeah, so just basic builder underneath. And believe it or not, I finished the engine except for one item that fell off during installation, and that's the fan. And I tell you what, it just does not want to fit in there. So that's where we have it. It turned out pretty good other than that. Pretty happy with the engine bay on it. So shocking enough, it is pretty much complete on that end of it. So if you guys never built this model, this goes together really well. I mean, this is even one of those first-time builder kits, So if you want a nice, pretty straightforward build that's not going to be too complicated for you, or you got to do a lot of modifications, this is your guy. I mean, it goes together really nice. There's a few things that's a little tricky sometimes on it. There's really no guide line up for the front and rear nose and the back kind of valance area. It's just kind of you just slide it on and away you go. Other than that, and nothing, the lights in the front and the running horse emblem. If you use the mounting post that they give you that's pre-drilled into the grill, I find that it sits, me personally, I think it sits too low. So what I did is I cut the tabs off in it and just raised it up to where it looked level. So we're talking about this here as it comes around, and it sits almost too low in there. So I raised it up and put it more in the middle. I think that stands out a lot nicer. So the only downfall I had with this kit, I will tell you the flaw I had with this kit, is the decals. The decals was kind of a holdup on this build, just because they were one of those, they just didn't want to slide very good. And they ended up breaking, cracking, all that kind of fun stuff. So it was kind of a holdup on the build. It just sat in the box for a long time until I got another set of decals for it. I actually got them from a friend of mine, and he said he wasn't putting them on his car, and I thought, well, I could use them. So that's what we did, threw them on, and away we go. Other than that, like I say, it was a really good builder. I really enjoyed it. And once again, Dave, thanks for putting this group build on. That was awesome. Yeah, so we have it. There's the final on the 67 Mustang. Like I say, I did mine from Dick Dale and his Dell Tones. So Wild Wild Mustang. I thought that'd be kind of a cool song. Nobody's probably using that one. So I figured that'd be something different and unique. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Other than that, guys, go down and check out Hobby Models. Check out Mark's inventory. And if you guys got airbrush needs in mind, check out Gallery's website. Go in my description below and get yourself 10% off on items at Gallery, and also on Gallery at Amazon. So
check this stuff out, guys. It's like I say, this was painted with the swallowtail, and the clear was painted with swallowtail. And to tell you what, I love that thing. It lays down so nice. There wasn't a lot of polishing done on this car, so it kind of gives you an idea. That lays out really, really nice. So, other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. We will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next build.